Well, hey friends, this is Jennifer, and this is the Jennifer Allwood Show, the podcast for women who want to find freedom in both their life and in their business. I own a multi-7-figure-a-year coaching business. I'm also a certified life coach. So I have the honor of helping thousands of women every single month make money in the online space and help them to get unstuck from whatever is holding them back, all without sacrificing their faith or their family. In this show, you're going to get the very best life and business advice, always with a healthy dose of Jesus. So buckle in, my friend. I'm so excited that you are here. Well, hey friends, welcome back to the podcast. That's my Thurston Howell voice. Welcome back to the podcast. I don't know why it comes out like that. I also don't know why I've started being dorky at the beginning of every podcast. I think when you hit almost 5 million downloads, that you just can go ahead and you can, and how many episodes? Oh my gosh, we're probably well over 400 episodes. Even though this is episode number 295, I did those Monday fires for a long, long time. So there's that. Also, what else was I going to say? Oh, well, with as many episodes and as many downloads as I'm enjoying having fun with the podcast. So we're going to be talking today on the podcast about Black Friday and strategy around it, thoughts around it, my thinking on it. I just want to give you some ideas that you can start kind of mulling over right now, because inevitably what happens, especially with those of you business owners who are super busy and you're doing all the things, is you don't start thinking about Black Friday strategy till the 1st of November. And this year they are saying Black Friday sales will actually start in October. So remember when like there was just Black Friday sales the day after Thanksgiving, and then it was like they snuck in Wednesday on us. So now we have sales on Wednesday, on Thanksgiving Day, and the day after Thanksgiving. And then it was like, well, then it kind of went to like the week before, started some Black Friday sales. They are saying in the year 2022, we will see Black Friday sales that are as good as, if not better than the traditional sales just the day after Thanksgiving, starting at the end of October. So listen, you can't be waiting until November 1 to think about this. It will be way too late. Okay. So let's talk about some strategy and some thoughts now so that you can make some money during the holidays. I used to love doing things for Black Friday. And that was especially when I had my painting business. And so I would put like a bunch of DIY videos together and I would put them in a bundle, and you could buy 3 for the price of 2. And there was different things like that I really did and that I enjoyed. In the last several years, I haven't done anything for Black Friday. And I just want to give you permission, if you're listening this, you don't have to do anything for Black Friday either. The internet space in and of itself is just really, really busy during, that week. The cost of Facebook ads is ridiculous during that week. You're vying for the attention of a lot of people who also are being marketed to by a ton of people. So just know that you can absolutely just decide, you know what, I really don't want to do anything for Black Friday. And that's fine too. So you could also apply some of this strategy to just any time of the year. Or the other couple of times that I really love to do fun things like this are around my birthday. You could do it around your birthday. And I don't care if you sell earrings or if you sell boutique clothing or marriage classes or membership sites for real estate agents. You can do anything that you want to do just like that. So with that being said, this could be a birthday sale. It could also be an end of the year sale. We love to do things like that. So just know that doesn't have to only apply for Black Friday. Okay. But when you're thinking about Black Friday, I want you to think of a couple things. It needs to be like 3-part. Number 1, what are you going to offer? Number 2, when are you going to offer it? And number 3, how are you going to promote it? Okay. So the first thing is, what are you going to offer? So, what is it that you want to sell for your Black Friday sale? What do you have capacity for? Listen, something that so many people don't take into consideration is they think to themselves, okay, I'm going to do this major sale for a Black Friday. And then they forget, oh yeah, but I'm traveling the whole week of Thanksgiving. Oh yeah, we're hosting the holidays at our house this year or what have you. And they put themselves into this absolute bind with everything else that they have going on the time of year that a lot of people mostly want to like unplug as much as possible. So what do you have capacity for? Because we used to always automate the heck out of it, meaning back, when I was doing bundles and things at the beginning of November, we would be crafting the emails, scheduling the posts so that on Thanksgiving morning, I didn't have to be somewhere. So that on Thanksgiving afternoon, I'm not sending out an email. Does that make sense? So what do you have the capacity for? If you have product, what do you have a lot of? Could you put a whole bunch of things in a grab bag together? If you sell jewelry, could you do, your Black Friday special is just a grab bag of, a mixture of like, mystery things, mystery items. What could you put together, that you're needing to get rid of in terms of inventory as well? If you don't have a physical product, but what could you bundle like digitally? So for me, I used to do those DIY videos. I would bundle those. There would be times that I would also do like, a price break on getting into a membership group or something of mine. So I want you to think of it from like all those different angles. I also want to mention that a lot of people think that they always have to do the discount for Black Friday, and you definitely don't. You definitely don't. Instead of doing a discount, you could do a bonus. Hey, if you buy between now and then, I'm going to give you this bonus training that I did last year, with a retail value of da, 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 da. You could also do free shipping if somebody orders before a particular date, if you have a physical product, but it doesn't always have to be a discount. Okay. Sometimes people aren't even so much as interested in the discount. They would rather have something cool added with it. They would rather it be there in, already gift wrapped. So think outside the box. Most of you who listen to my podcast, you're females. The majority of you are business owners, which means that your brain is very creative. You're a visionary. Otherwise, you'd be sitting in an office working for somebody else, hating your life, but checking off the boxes. Thank God for people that do that. But most entrepreneurs are not that. And so God already wired you for creativity. So I want you to think like, what do you kind of already have access to? How could you be creative with it? What would your people just love? What would they like you buy into my course right now? You get this freebie starting January 1st. Like be creative, not only with what you're making and how your house looks and how you do your makeup and all those things, but be creative with your business. Okay. So that was number one. What are you going to offer? Number two, when are you going to offer it? So like I said at the beginning, the Black Friday sales just continue to start earlier and earlier and earlier. So it is looking like by the end of October this year, we will be seeing Black Friday sales. So I want you to think of when you want to start Black Friday sales. And I want you to think about how you're going to market those. I want you to think about your audience and when your audience wants to shop. When will you want to be working? Take that into consideration also, because you're probably going to have to promote things. I do think that gone are the days where we're able just to kind of throw out an email for Black Friday and, make 10 grand in sales. Now it's going to have to be some Instagram stories in addition to a Facebook post, in addition to 2 emails, a text message, and standing on our head and giving, blood of our firstborn. I'm kidding. But it is very different now. So there is going to have to be some promotion. Keep in mind too, that social media is very busy during the holidays. Why is it very busy during the holidays, Jen? Well, because a lot of people, quite frankly, don't enjoy being with their family. I know that sounds horrible, but how many of you know family members who literally just stare at their phone the entire Thanksgiving? People are also just wanting to like check out on all those family dynamics. They're just wanting to avoid conversation. They eat their turkey, they go into a tryptophan coma with a nap on the sofa, and then they just wake up and start looking at their phone. So what happens when social media is super busy with people being off work and looking at their phones is your posts have a tendency to get lost. So if during, the month of September, you would only have to post once, during the month of November, you might have to post twice to get the same results. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. So figure out when you're going to offer things for sale. What can you schedule? What can you do on the fly? What do you need to have done ahead of time? How much time are you taking off around the holidays, et cetera? And number 3, how are you going to promote whatever it is you're going to put on special or on sale or with a particular offer for Black Friday? How are you going to promote it? Facebook Lives, emails, text messaging? Can you create some reels and save them as drafts? Can you create some TikToks? Are you going to be doing Instagram stories? Are you going to partner with anyone? You guys could leverage each other's audiences and share each other's ideas. That is such a great idea to do during the holidays. You could literally put together, we used to do this for our coaching group, is we would put together a list of everybody that was selling stuff around the holidays, and we would give it to other members. And so listen, Black Friday is still, whether it's just one day or whether it's the entire month of November, it's still a huge time for people to be buying in the online space. I do encourage you, if you've never done anything during this time of year, that's a special, that's a bonus, that's something outside of the box, do it this time. Do it this year. Plan for it in advance, but don't leave money on the table. I think that there are so many ideas out there. And if you're needing even other ideas, I have a Black Friday sales template that's full of ideas and strategies. You can get it if you go to jenniferallwood.com/Black Friday. Again, that's jenniferallwood.com/Black Friday. It's sales templates. It's some strategy, but it'll give you some other thoughts. But don't feel like you have to do anything this time of season. But this is the most lucrative time of the year in the online space. And I know what usually happens is people want to sell something. They just have left it to the last minute, which is why we're doing this podcast nice and early. So it's not last minute. We are totally rooting for you. We'll see you soon. Friend, thank you so much for listening to the podcast again this week. I'm so honored that you come back for every episode and that you share the Jennifer Allwood Show with your friends and family. Every time I see you guys post about it on Instagram or Facebook or something, it just makes me do a little happy. So thank you. Make sure that you subscribe to the podcast if you never want to miss an episode. So you can go to Apple Podcasts or Stitcher or Spotify or any of the other podcasting places and subscribe each week so that every week you get the new episode when it releases. So just know that I love bringing you relevant content. I love bringing you great guests. And one of the ways you can help us here at Team Allwood is by leaving the podcast a review. So if you have just a second to do that, would you go over and leave a review for the Jennifer Allwood Show? Thank you again. You're amazing. I'm honored to be here. Until next week. Bye-bye.